been hearing it all morning, and I hope that you all continue to hear it all day long. Because you will follow every day, just because they reserved one day for you all to be celebrated. Take advantage of it. So I would truly like to thank everyone and all the fathers that are in here on today. Wish them a happy Father's Day. Giving all praise to God, it truly is a blessing to be in the house of the Lord once again. Given all the circumstances that are surrounding us in today's day and age and time, just to still be able to come together or even be able to connect with one another throughout the week and through different avenues is truly a blessing as well. Let us pray. Heavenly Father, we thank you, Lord. We thank you for this day. Lord, we thank you for allowing us all to be here to come and worship you, Father God. Lord, we thank you for all the fathers that are here on today, Father. We pray that you will continuously strengthen them and give them what they need, Father God, to continue to feed their families and develop their families. In your name we pray, precious Lord. Amen. Amen. As usual, as you all know, it won't be before you long. But we don't want to rush through it either. All right. Amen. All right. If you would, open your Bibles to Hebrews chapter 12. It will be verse 7, verses 7 through 11. And it says, "It is for discipline that you endure. God deals with you as with sons. For what son is there whom his father does not discipline? But if you are without discipline, of which all have become partakers, then you are illegitimate children and not sons. Furthermore, we had earthly fathers to discipline us, and we respected them. Shall we not much rather be subject to the Father of spirits and live? For they disciplined us for a short time as seemed best to them. But he disciplines us for our good, so that we may share in his holiness. Our discipline for the moment seems not to be joyful, but sorrowful. Yet to those who have been trained by it, afterwards it yields the peaceful fruit of righteousness." Review Hebrews chapter 12, verses 7 through 11. May the Lord add a blessing to the readers, hearers, and doers of his word. I'd like to talk to you all briefly, just for a minute, about investing in sons. Investing in sons. Just about show of hands real quick. Has anybody ever invested in anything? Period. Just think to yourself, how much about what you were investing in did you already know about? Or did you know how that outcome was going to turn out in what you were investing in? Just a question. Just one. I want to ask all of you all, because all of us are here. So all of us have been a child or in a child's place or have had parents or fathers to a degree. But do kids know when they have a good father? Do they really know when they have a good father? One of the things is, from the vantage point of a child, being disciplined can be a frustrating thing. Right. Frustrating because of a limited scope of knowledge and understanding. It is for our own protection that a father disciplines his child. The difficulty for a child is understanding the reason behind it. There are various forms of discipline, and I'm not going to say which one works best, because different families use different methods. But one thing I can say is, for me personally, I can remember when I was growing up with my father, he would take me to work with him. And I'd go to work with him. When it was spring break, I'd work with him all week long. In the summertime, I had to work with him all summer long. And when I say all summer long, I also mean all day long. Like, we would get up in the morning, we leave the house at 7 o'clock, we may eat breakfast, may get something on the way, and we're going to work all day. And I had friends who could be out wake up whatever time they wanted to, play video games, and they were running around, running the streets, hanging out, doing all the things that they wanted to do. Not me. I was in a plumbing truck, working with my father. And at first I couldn't stand it. And I was like, man, I really don't want to do this. Then it's so bad that it's not like we get home at a decent hour. I mean, it'd be different if I got home at 4 o'clock or something. Not getting home until about 9. Then even then, you filthy and all you can really do is take a shower and eat, go to sleep, get ready for the next day. But what it allowed me to do over time is to grow an appreciation for it. And it built our relationship. And what he was really doing was training me little by little.
Yes, sir.
Little
yes,
by
sir.
little. And one of the things is he would show me things and teach me things. I had the opportunity to take a glimpse into what business was at a young age.
Yes, sir.
Just by working with him. I was able to see his integrity at a young age.
Yeah.
If somebody thought they had a massive job and he turned around and said, well, you really don't have that big of a problem, it's not going to be there much. And he could take care of it. I also had the opportunity to see him take a loss just because he gave his word.
Teach a little
In
bit
the
like
event that he told somebody something, and the job turned out to be more than what he anticipated, he kept that same price and took a loss on it, all because he gave them his word and said what it was going to do.
Yeah. That's good.
And because of that, it developed me as well and allowed you to see the man that you see before you on today.
That's
by me
it.
being able to work with him on a day-to-day basis. It got to the point to where when he would take me with him, he started just dropping me off and he said, well, hey, I got to run over here and check on another job. I got to do something else. When I come back, here, I need you to do this. And he trusted me because he trained me. Through the time spent together, he was able to train me on what it was I needed to do in his absence. So when he returned from checking on something else, he could come back and finish up what I had already started.
Yeah. That's good work.
It got to the point on some jobs, he didn't even have to necessarily tell me what to do. He just told me what the job was. Well, hey, I'm putting a gas line in. And when he dropped me off from that show, I knew how deep to make it, how wide to make it, and where to make it to. And I knew then, even if I asked, well, hey, man, you got a trencher? Or we using a trencher? He'd look at me and laugh. Yeah, you. You dig in this ditch and I'll be back. But it was those things and that developed me, and it allowed me to understand what a father really is. Someone who invests in you and teaches you how to carry on in the event, even when they're not there.
Yes, sir.
Because they understand that there will be a time when I will not be here.
Yeah.
And I need you to act in my stead or do the things that I've trained you to do when I'm not here. That's what a father does.
Amen.
In Hebrews chapter 7, he says, it is for discipline that you endure. It is for discipline that you endure. God does not take you through rough situations because he hates you.
Amen.
We have to understand that God loves us. And so in loving us, there are things that God does to us to develop us and mold us into what it is that he wants us to be. And so when he says, it is for discipline that you will endure. It is the suffering that you will go through, but it will make you better on the other side. I didn't do this because I dislike you. I didn't do this only because I want to punish you. Right. There is an investment of something in you that I'm trying to get out of you. I'm trying to mold you into what it is that I want you to be. And he said, God deals with you as sons. I'm going to ask you all a question. Why is it important for a father to invest in his son? He says God deals with you as in sons. So if I don't feel like putting up with this as a child, why do I have to? What benefit is it for God to deal with me in a certain way? What benefit is it for a father to deal with his son in a certain way? Because even as a child, say 10 years old, who doesn't like the punishment, or he doesn't like what it is that he's going through, or doesn't like being disciplined, or doesn't like being taught, what if the father just threw his hands up and said, so what? Why wouldn't a father do that? Because he ultimately does not want to see you destroyed.
That's it. That's it.
That's what it all boils down to. Because I love you so much that I don't want to see you destroyed. I know it doesn't seem like it right now. See, that is the benefit at times, and even after being disciplined by your father. The conversation that takes place afterward. So that you have a better understanding on why he did what he did. Why am I going through what I'm going through? It wasn't just to hurt you. It's because I don't want you to be destroyed.
Yeah.
That's what God is trying to keep you from in dealing with certain things. And he says, but if you are without discipline, of which all have been partakers, then you are illegitimate children and not sons. Some translations or some versions will say you are therefore bastards. Others say that you are illegitimate. The truth of the matter is, a lot of times in society, we look at that as a person not having a father. That's not the case, because if you didn't have a father, you wouldn't be here. You had a father to some degree.
Yeah.
You had a father. Even all of us. Even if you look at the world, somebody got us here. So it's not about you necessarily not having a father. It speaks more so to you not having a relationship with your father. In the fact that he has taken an interest in your development.
Right.
That's what it really means, in the fact that when he's telling you that he deals with you as sons, and if not, then you are illegitimate. That means you don't have a relationship with him, and you did not come up in his way.
Yeah. What, preacher?
There was not the opportunity to invest in you. And truthfully, when we talk about illegitimate children, legally, they had no right to what it is that the father had. It used to be that way. If a child was illegitimate, a father didn't have to deal with him at all and was not legally bound to him. And nor could they inherit anything that the father had. He then goes and says, for they disciplined us. I'm sorry. He says, furthermore, we had earthly fathers to discipline us, and we respected them. We had earthly fathers to discipline us, and we respected them. I respect my father because of what he did and how he taught.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
All right.
I want to show y'all something. My father's in here right now, even at his age. 70 plus. Physically, he cannot control me. Physically, he cannot do it. Love him to death. Now, there's ways around that, I'm sure. Country boy, he'll cheat. By any means necessary, knowing him. But physically, he can't control me. But he can control me because of my respect that I have for him. Because of what he invested in me at an early age. So at this point, it's not about him being able to out physically or muscle me into doing something. Just at his word and the way that he speaks to me will hearken to my heart and make me respond to him in the desired way because he invested in me. And so I have reverence to him.
Yeah.
And that's why he says, shall we not much more rather be subject to the Father of spirits? Really what this says is, our father-son relationship is a microcosm of my relationship with the Heavenly Father. On a bigger scale, what that did was train me with an earthly relationship in my carnality, in one day in which I will die. But in responding to the Father and him investing in me, I shall live because he is the Father of spirits.
Yes, sir.
It is this relationship that teaches me how to respond to my Heavenly Father.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
So that there will come a day to where I don't have to be forced, but out of my reverence for what God says, just at his word and at his speaking, I respond to him the way that he would have me to respond.
Right, sir.
And he says, for they disciplined us for a short time, as seemed best to them. But he disciplined us for our good. The Father wasn't always right when he disciplined you. I didn't ever think he was right when he did. It's my perspective. But he did what he thought was right. Sometimes, like I asked you all in the beginning, when you invest in something, you don't always know what the outcome is going to be. Right. You hope it'll be productive, but it may not be so. And you do what you think is right as a father. And there are mistakes as a father that you will make. And some of them may not show up to 10, 15, 20 years later. That is the issue with being a father, an earthly father. But my heavenly Father, who knows all, when he conditions me and he disciplines me to get me to respond, he is the architect in all. And so I will respond in the desired way because he knows what to throw at me. That's why I remember growing up, it does not do us any good, even as believers, to compare or discipline on the things that we go through with anybody else. Because anybody who has more than one child understands that every child will respond differently. And what you need and what I need could be two totally different things. One may respond by a word, another one may get the desired response from being hands-on. It just depends. Someone else, it may just be positive reinforcement. But all of it, whether by train, bus, or plane, is to get you to a specific spot that God has for you. All discipline for the moment seems not to be joyful, but sorrowful. Yet to those who have been trained by it, again, it never feels good in the moment. It does not feel good right now. That's the problem with being a child, because I don't have his vantage point. I don't see the things the way a father sees them. I don't see things the way my father sees them, because I haven't been where he's been, and I don't know what the outcome is going to be. But there's something about a trust factor when that person has spent time with you and has taught you, and that now, wait a minute, I can believe in your word because I have seen it in action, and I have seen it play out throughout life. That regardless of whether or not I know what the outcome is going to be, I'm going to trust what you say because you have not led me wrong yet. You have not steered me wrong. So even not knowing at your word, I'll respond the way you want me to. Because if you say it's going to work, it may not look like it from here, but if you say it, it's going to work. Because you have molded me and I now trust you. It doesn't feel good in the moment. What will feel good to a child in the moment is getting everything that he wants. That's what will make me happy. But that's not what parenting is. Amen. Pastor preached something a few months ago. It was this year. It was a few months ago. And he made the comment as it pertains to marriage that it's not about happiness. It's about holiness. So it also goes in God bringing you up. It's not about your happiness. It's about holiness. Getting you to where you need to be. And once you attain the holiness, you'll find the happiness that you need. Tell y'all on Sundays, y'all better listen to the pastor. He gives you some good stuff. Just saying, help me out. He said, but yet, to those who have been trained by it, afterwards, it yields the peaceable fruit of righteousness. It yields the peaceable fruit of righteousness. Didn't feel good at the time. I didn't know how this thing was going to turn out. It hurt, it was frustrating, but it was for afterwards. It was for later on. The delayed gratification, it wasn't about right now, but it was about something that would happen later on. The fact that God has allowed me, he wants me to be able to share in his holiness with him. Something that I normally would not have a right to do, but the fact that he wants me to share in his holiness lets me know that I am his son. My son is at the back right now. He owns absolutely nothing. He doesn't. He owns nothing. But he can walk in the house, eat what he wants, get what he wants when he wants, for the most part. because he has access to what I have because of who he is to me.
Yes, sir.
His relationship with me grants him access to all that I have.
Fix it up. Fix it up.
So he doesn't have to act like a stranger. Or I won't shun him away as if he's an illegitimate child. He is mine, so when he asks for something, and I say, well, son, is it in there? Well, get it. You're more than welcome to it. If it's mine, it's yours. Because of who you are to me.
Yeah.
See,
Yeah.
all that we have gone through is to bring about the peaceable fruit of righteousness. But the one more out there that Pastor preached on, and I'm going to leave y'all alone. I can't remember when it was, last year. He did this little television show, Ask James. And at one point, James taught us all how to count again. And he says, count it all joy. When you could this be that we need to learn how to count again as well? When we go through things, we need to learn how to count it all as joy. I'm going through it, but thank you, Daddy, for taking an interest in me. Rather than me being upset and having an attitude with what you did. Thank you for how you raised me. Thank you for the things that you taught me. Thank you for where I am now. I wouldn't be where I am now because of what you taught me on yesterday. Thank you for how you raised me and all that you have took me through. So even in struggle, I have learned to count it all as joy. Because it's not about the moment. I can't look at life or the things that I went through as a child or the discipline that I had to go through as separate events. It was the totality of everything that developed me into who I am now.
Glory.
And so for that, Daddy, I want to tell you thank you. To my Heavenly Father, I want to tell you thank you for what you still taking me through and what you are still teaching me. Get ready to sit down. But I do want to leave you all with this. My father used to tell me when I was working with him that, hey son, one of the reasons why I'm teaching you this is because if you ever decide to, all that I have will be yours. S&W Plumbing, if you want it, when the time comes, I'm teaching you this so I can leave it in your hands. I'll let you have what I started. This is you sharing in what you didn't start. Because you endured and you are now disciplined. Had I stuck with it, he wanted me to take it over. That's what a father does. Prepare you for the next steps in life, even when you do not see it. Prepares you. He sees in you what you don't even see in yourself. Because there is a desired place that he wants you to be. To all the fathers in here, as I get ready to sit down, I want you all to remember that when you invest in your children, it's not about where they are right now, even as children. It's not about where you are right now. It's about where you will be. Because you won't always be where you are right now.